Let's get good. I hope you guys are as excited as I am because we are diving into the main...
The caravan is gone. My leg is crippled. Half my men are dead, and the other half are deserters and traitors. The host be praised. At least I've got the Stoneshard.
As I was saying, we're diving into the actual main campaign of Stoneshard now. We are going to be playing as Dirwin, which we'll get to in just a second. I am so excited, guys. I can't even express it. There's some very cool things I'm going to be able to show you with Dirwin this episode, and we'll see how quickly we can progress along. There is a little bit of a concern on my part due to the timing. Like, you can't save whenever you want, so we kind of have to plan around the saves, but I blocked out a little bit of time today, so we're just going to run until we can logically save. And then on the weekends, I'll have to bulk record these or something so that we can get the episodes out and just kind of play through the flow. Anyways, let's go.
I knew I had to deal with an entire cult of devil knows what. I'd think thrice before getting into the whole mess. I'm too old for an adventure like this.
Yet you call the dudes that you dragged into it traitors for not wanting a piece of that. Just saying, Varen, a little bit hypocritical, man.
If only I could have a good talk with Gwinnell right now. I'd ask him what the hell is going on. I've been doing this for 30 years, but I've never found myself in such a tough spot. I need to get back to Bryn. I'm not up to going there by myself, so that's why I sent for you. Do you remember how I helped you out back then? Well, time to return the favor. Damn, it's been so long. Tell me, what have you been up to?
All right, so this is where we get to choose our character. We have a couple different options here. The patrons over on the Patreon have voted for Dirwin, so it looks like Dirwin is going to be our character for this playthrough. He starts out with 12 agility, so a little more agility, a little more perception, 1 extra point of vitality, but most importantly, he has this unique trait right here, Sharp Eye. The first time an enemy enters your vision, they receive minus 10% dodge chance and plus 10% damage for 10 turns. That's very, very powerful. We're going to need to take advantage of that to be successful in the game. Let's go ahead and read the backstory of Dirwin here real quick, and then we'll dive into the game. Dirwin spent most of his life in loyal service to the late king, relentlessly patrolling the hunting grounds of his majesty. He had great aim, knew the forest as the back of his hand, and very few poachers, orcs, and monsters survived their encounters with the Royal Ranger. Over his years of service, Dirwin eradicated countless dangers lurking in the woods, making one notch after another on his bow. That is a unique item that we actually start with, by the way. After King Etbert's death, the Royal Rangers disobeyed the Council's orders and refused to participate in the fratricidal war. As a punishment, the unit was disbanded, so Dirwin took his weapons and headed back into the woods. During the war, he continued to do what he always did: fulfill contracts and bounties, hunt dangerous monsters, and help peasants. Common folks rightfully consider him their stalwart protector. Awesome, so that's going to be our character for this playthrough. We do start with skills in daggers, maces, ranged weapons, and axes.
Is that so? Interesting. Anyway, enough pleasantries. It's time to get to work.
Sounds good, Marin.
I can't walk to Bryn with my leg like this. So unless you plan to carry me, we need a cart. We need horses. We're in luck, though. While you were away, I had a talk with the village elder. We came to an agreement. We'll fulfill 3 contracts for them, and they'll give us a cart and 2 horses.
I'm glad that you were able to barter this agreement for us, considering how well that worked for the last people you bartered an agreement for. They're all dead now, except for like 3 of them. Doesn't seem like a good deal.
The contracts. It's nothing special. I don't think you need my advice on how to deal with the undead and brigands. The elder will give you the details. You should go to him right away. No time to waste.
Does anybody else feel like there's a little bit of a gap between the undead and brigands? Those are very different things.
I almost forgot. Here's a map of the area. You need it more than I do.
Oh, thanks. You just sit here on your lazy...
Ask the innkeeper about local events. He is a talkative kind. I'm sure he'll answer any of your questions. Off you go then. Good luck.
Thanks, Marin. Thanks. Okay, so we have started. We are Dirwin the Ranger. Now, we could go talk to these people, but the first thing we're going to do, because I did buy the supporter pack, is we're going to go pick up our supporter pack goodies. Now, to do that, all we need to do is go into this upstairs room here. They'll be in this chest. So we're going to pop that open. While we're at it, we'll take a look at the unique gear that we start with as Dirwin. So he starts with a unique chest piece called Dirwin's Vest. As you can see, the stats are pretty decent on that. It does give plus 10% stealth, minus 10% energy cost, and lowers our fumble chance, which is really nice. Then we have his unique bow here, which has minus 55% accuracy. Interesting. Plus 3% crit, plus 5% skill energy cost, but it also has some armor penetration and armor damage, which is nice. The sheer number of notches can be a source of either pride or awe. It depends on who is looking at them. Okay, so we'll equip that. I didn't actually read this one. Dirwin has been wearing his vest for so long, it's a miracle it hasn't yet fused with its wearer. That's kind of funny. Okay, so we're going to equip our bow and our arrows here. However, we're also going to press W to switch to our other weapon and shield layout and put our dagger on. It's just a regular dirk here, nothing special about it. And the reason we're doing that, I will explain momentarily. First, let's take a look at these cool items that we get for being a supporter. We have the Hired Blade Cowl. These masks are worn while working the most dubious contracts when anonymity becomes vital. Now, I do want to show you guys something. First of all, stat-wise, it's kind of great. 5% stealth, 1% crit chance, 5% frost resist. But look at our character in-game when we put this on. Oh, he actually has a mask. That's something that I love about games, is when they actually take the effort to make gear, like, change the appearance of the character. Because that wasn't always a thing, and it doesn't necessarily need to be, but it's a nice touch, right? So right now we have this kind of ugly, dingy brown cloak on, but we've got this awesome azure cape here. Plus 5% frost resist, plus 5% unholy resist, plus 4% dodge chance. That's actually very relevant. Plus 1% energy restoration, plus 6% stealth, and minus 5% noise produced. An intricately embroidered cape made from some unknown azure fabric. Judging by the pattern on its gold fibula, it was brought to Aldor from the Jacinth Kingdom. So that's just going to be really nice for us because it is going to lower the rate at which enemies discover us so that we can get those shots in with our bow. Now, I said I was going to explain to you guys why we're making sure we put our daggers on, and there is a good reason for that. In fact, I'm going to actually swap these even though I don't think it matters. It's for my own sake of sanity. This is technically our first loadout, so we'll put the dagger in there. The reason for that is this. The bow is a great weapon, but once somebody closes to melee range, it's really ineffective. It has a lowered accuracy, as you saw, so it has a good chance to miss, and it doesn't do a ridiculous amount of damage. So we're going to go in to spend our skill points here, and while I do think that it's a good idea to raise your ranged weapons, that's not the first thing we're going to go for. We need to be able to effectively use our bow and also effectively deal with enemies once they close that distance. So we're going to start in daggers, and the reason we're going to start in daggers is because normally swapping your weapons with W, that is a turn, right? So you can shoot at them till they're one square away from you, then swap your weapons as they move into range. That's an effective strategy. However, what's a more effective strategy is getting this skill right here, Quick Hands. If your second loadout holds a dagger, switching to it doesn't end the turn. Dagger kills decrease cooldown duration for the skills of this tree by 1 turn. So if we grab double lunge here, we get a dagger attack that does 2 strikes with plus 28% damage and plus 54% bleed chance. If both strikes connect, the cooldown is reduced by 50%. That's incredibly good. So we get that, but we also get access to Quick Hands here, which will make it so that we can shoot at people with our bow, and then when they do close range with us, we can wait until they're right up next to us to swap to our daggers and go at them. So that's just a nice little quality of life improvement, I feel like. It does mean we don't start with a skill in our bow. That's kind of okay. It's not ideal, but it's okay. Let's go ahead and check out what else we can get in here, because it's an RPG, so you obviously need to steal everything that's not nailed down. Like this apple. I want this apple. We need this apple, guys. The apple's important. Who are you? Ah, these commoners. Can't you see I don't have time for your trivialities? Show me what you have. This guy's a jerk, but he has some food and some liquor. Okay. So, that being said, let's go check this next floor. There's probably stuff up here we can loot. Oh, there's a barrel there that I missed. Let's see, what's in this barrel? Hey, rags. I think we can use those to wrap wounds, so that's kind of useful. What do we have up here? Nothing there. So basically, we're doing the traditional RPG thing of loot everything that isn't nailed down that we actually want to. Like, I'm not going to pick up straw. It may interest some merchants. I guess we'll buy it then. There are different types of merchants in the game, and they prefer different items, so I think you can actually get better value for certain items from certain merchants. Hey, coal is great. There's probably a blacksmith that's interested in that. Now here, we've got some barrels, some buckets, some things like that. We'll take these rags. I like that they don't care. They're just like, you do you, man. You do you. So we could put the fire out, but that doesn't make a lot of sense. Can we pet the kitty? Why can we not pet the kitty, game? Fail. Okay, how about a mug of foamy ale? What are you selling? How about a chat? I need to stay for the night. Let's see, what are you selling? So they've got a couple different things of food here. They've got some liquor that we can use to reduce pain. They've also got a couple water skins. We already start with one though, so we could buy multiples, and that would essentially extend how far we could go without needing to refill them, but I don't think that's going to be an issue early on here. Let's see if this guy has the same items. No, he actually does have a slightly different selection. That's interesting. Now we could sell him this straw for 1, but I feel like we can get a better value out of it somewhere else. We could also ask him, heard anything interesting? Beware of bandits. Forests around here are swarming with them. There's a track to Bryn not far from here, so it's easy for brigands to rob the passing travelers. Okay, keep listening. We've been suffering from them too until the magistrate began hunting them down, so now these scoundrels know to stay away from Osbrook. Okay, so that doesn't help us a whole lot. We do have a map, which is actually, important for us to take a look at here. So we're in Osbrook, which is right here, and we've got points of interest labeled on the map that we can kind of go to. There's the Broken Blade Fort, or Jormus. On the stuff that we do have discovered, you can see that there is a danger. So the danger at Broken Blade Fort is average, which makes it something that we might want to go after early on in our career here in Stoneshard. Okay, so we're going to take off out of here. There's tons and tons of stuff to loot in town. I'm not going to loot all of it for obvious reasons. What we are going to do, though, is we're going to head over and talk to the mayor. Now, if I'm not mistaken, he's in this big house right here. This is also, like, the military garrison, so there's actually some very useful stuff we can take out of here. We don't really need any of that. I think we might get a second dagger here, though. That would be kind of nice so that we could dual-wield daggers, or potentially pick up a shield. Not sure which we'd prefer here. I mean, it can't hurt to have a shield. We don't really need a sword, though. Swords aren't really our thing right now. Yeah, see, there's a bunch of different basic weapons here we could pick up if we needed them. There are some more arrows. We might take those. And interestingly enough, here's a peasant bow for us to compare to our current bow. Okay, so the accuracy on our bow is actually better than other base bows. It's just that bows have reduced accuracy, and if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably a balance factor. Oops. Actually, you know what? Why not? Let's take it all. Let's take it all so we can sell it. We're going to sell all of the weapons of the militia here. They're not going to be able to defend the town very well, but who needs them to defend the town? We need money. So we're going to go downstairs here, check this barrel, get some nails out of it. Pretty much all there is down here in the jail. We don't want to end up there for sure. Now we're going to come up here into the mayor's house. We're just going to take whatever we can from him because he doesn't seem to mind. Thanks for the money, mayor. We'll consider that a tip, that as well. We'll be lucky eventually. I mean, we're getting pretty lucky right now. We're stealing from the mayor and he doesn't seem to care. Do you need a mercenary? I'll take any job. Heard anything interesting? What are you selling? So it seems like a lot of people sell stuff here. He just sells maps and gold. Okay, that's pretty clear. Let's go ahead and ask him about mercenary jobs. We've got some work for you. Here are the contracts, stolen goods, and alchemy kit. Which one do you want to hear about? Tell me about stolen goods. The roads aren't safe these days. Selling grain to Bryn is the only thing which keeps Osbrook afloat, but the local brigands from Broken Blade Fort don't let us have it easy. They intercept every cart we send. We are sick of it. If you get to Broken Blade Fort, kill their leader, and return the stolen goods, I'll pay you well. Think about it. Alright, I gotcha. Let's discuss something else. Can I take the other job as well? I can. Okay, so give me the alchemy kit job too. Not so long ago, we had an odd merchant passing through our lands. Somehow he managed to stumble upon the brigands from Fort Jormus. He paid them off and got away with his life, but he had to wave his goods goodbye. Among other things, he was transporting a set of very important vials on the orders of some bigwig. The merchant told me that if his employer learns about the missing goods, he is done for. Okay, we'll take it. So those are going to be the two missions that are available to us right now. I'm kind of curious. No, I don't have the game music turned off. It seems like there just isn't a whole lot of music. Yeah, because my volume is up to max here. Was there more outside of this building? Interesting. No, so there's just not a lot of music in the game, which is okay. I mean, it is an early access game. Not super worried about it. Let's see what this guy has for sale. These are obviously merchants that are in the middle of town. There is a sword treatise here and a dagger treatise 1. I think that it's telling us we have some of these skills, but not all of them. Let me check, though. Like, I want to see if this would actually give us something. There we go. I hear the music kicking in now. So we have access to painful stabs, gaping wounds, but not to coup de grace. So there are some things in this treatise that we could actually use, provided we're going to stay daggers, which we probably are. However, it's also 720 gold, so that's never going to happen. Now, we could sell these clubs and things to him for 1 gold. That seems like a ripoff, though. I'm going to go talk to the blacksmith over here. He might give us a better rate on those items. Hi, Mr. Blacksmith. How you doing? Sup? Tell me what you got. Okay, so he has some interesting items. These are probably a little bit heavier than what we want to be wearing on a ranger. However, we can also sell these things to him. How much will he give us? He'll give us 2 for this, see? So it does matter who you sell stuff to. So we'll sell that for 6. Sell that for 2. Sell that for 6. Sell that for 2. Okay. So we'll find somebody better to give the straw to, because I think we can get more than 1 for it if we give it to the right person. Nails, for example, we can sell to this guy for 3. I actually like that. We'll do that. Coal chunk is only worth 1. I'm not sure who else would buy that, though. What I'd really like to pick up here is the crowbar, if I could afford it, and I can. Now, the reason for that is that the crowbar is like a super lockpick. It has 20 uses, it can pick a lock or disarm a mechanical trap, which is the same thing lockpicks do, I believe, but there's a lot less uses on a lockpick. Okay, so that's a really good pickup for us early on here. I think I'm just going to sell the coal here, because I don't know that we'll find anyone else who's more interested in it. He can also repair metal items for us, which we don't need at the moment. Now, we could obviously go loot his house, but I'm not going to bother with it for right now. Right now, I just want to kind of get into things. So we filled our water skin here. Let's keep moving. That looks like a tailor's house, so we're going to go talk to the tailor here real quick. Based on that little symbol of the scissors there. Hi there. Sup. And who the hell are you? Ah, another mercenary. Well, isn't this a surprise? I like this guy. Anyway, I hope you'll manage to survive a bit longer than our last hero. How many patches do you need, huh? Show me your wares. What happened to the last mercenary? What goods are you looking for? Tell me about the village. What happened to the last mercenary? Do I look like a person who cares about some cutthroats? Go ask Aldor. He's the one who deals with them. I just occasionally spot yet another armed bloke barging into Osbrook every other month. He spends a day or 2 parading around the village, rattles his armor, chases chickens, and pockets everything that isn't nailed down. Then perhaps he feels some pangs of consciousness and decides to pick up a contract. A couple days pass and our brave guards have to scrape his guts from the branches just outside the village. Oh, our guards sure enjoy it. They do it masterfully, do it much better than, say, their job, so that we wouldn't have to hire some rabble. I'm not some rabble. I have more than enough experience. Of course you do, I believe you. All of you have the experience. Too bad you arrived here so late. If you came to Osbrook last month, you would be the 100th veteran mercenary in our village. Don't you get tired of the sound of your own voice? Live to my age first, before opening your mouth. Once you are 60, then we'll talk. Oh, you'll all see. I'll outlive each and every one of you. I'll dance on your graves yet. I really like this guy. So what are you looking for? Pelts. I need pelts. Wolf, rabbit, deer, I'll buy anything. The local hunters are complete amateurs. The game scatters away the moment they take a step from Osbrook. What am I supposed to sue with? Wet straw? I mean, I have some straw if you want that. The tailor looks at you appraisingly. Maybe you'll be more lucky. At least you seem to know how to hold a bow. If you need arrows, visit our carpenter. He is just an oaf, but you don't need much smarts to make bows. He lives to the west of me. Try not to get lost. Okay, show me your wares. Ooh. So this guy has a lot of very nice gear that we might be interested in. Some falconeer gloves, some tide gloves. I think getting some gloves here wouldn't be a bad idea. Leather bracers, splint van braces. But I do want to make sure that we don't get anything that's going to mess with our accuracy in a negative way, for example. This is pretty nice. Crit chance, counter chance. Both of those are kind of things that we would like to stack. This also has crit chance and counter chance. And this also has crit chance and counter chance, I believe. No, just fumble chance. Okay, so this is bad. We don't want that. This is kind of okay. How about this? This is also... these two are very similar, but I feel like the leather bracers offer better slashing defense overall, which I feel like is going to be one of the more common ones. It's probably going to be slashing and piercing we deal with most often, especially with bandits. So those are going to be the 2 most important things here. However, I like the additional counter chance on the tide gloves. Interesting choice. This is a lot cheaper too, though. I think we'll just get this for now because it's cheaper. Throw those on. We have some traveling shoes, but there are some hide boots here, which are significantly better, although they produce a slight bit more noise, which may not be worth it. Purse. Hey, that's great. For 7, we can use this to store coins. I'm going to buy a purse here just to make sure we have one. All right. Although, now that I look at it, our coins are stored in here, so I don't know that we actually need a purse. Oh, interesting. Interesting. It shows our actual coins in there. Okay, so that's interesting. This tells us our total coins, but they are actually being stored in the purse now for some reason. I don't know how that works. We can start a fire there to cook. We can loot his house a little bit if we'd like. There's a mug in there that's not really worth a whole lot. Alright, we're gonna head on out here. Now, one thing I do want to do is make sure we kind of explore the entire town, get a look at all the different places that are available, because there may be some other people that want to buy other things, you know? I'm just kind of looking around for things that have the signs on the door, so here's another good one. Is that an herbalist, I'm guessing? Based on that? Hey there, what's up, bud? What are you doing? Roots, herbs, infusions, powders, decoctions, only the highest quality. Okay, so this is an herbalist here, so we may be able to sell some herbal stuff to him. He doesn't seem that interested in straw. I don't think anyone's that interested in the straw, so we'll just sell it off here just to get rid of it. We could have sold this to someone else. I think we'll hold on to the earrings to sell to somebody else. He does have a disenchantment scroll and an identification scroll, so this is very valuable. I'll take this. All this other stuff here is nice. It's useful, but we don't really need it at the moment. Yeah. We don't need that stuff at the moment. We'll be okay. So I think what we're going to do this first episode is we're just going to try to go out and do a little bit of hunting. We'll get accustomed to our character, do a little bit of hunting, start to understand the way that our character's combat skills work. We may press in and fight some of the bandits. Oh, hello. There's a bandit right there. Okay. Can we not hit him here for some... Oh, wow. There are multiple bandits already. Yeah, you can see right here that our bow is not doing the job all that great. Got one hit there. With two bandits here, we kind of want to funnel them so that we can't be hit by both at once. So I'm going to move back here. Okay, now we're going to swap for free, see how that didn't actually give him a chance to counterattack, and hopefully finish him right here. And he's down. Beautiful. To get us a little bit of distance here, we'll swap back to our bow. We get one free shot there, and then we're going to have to switch to our daggers again. Wow, okay, so it is dangerous immediately outside of Osbrook here. We do get to get our arrows back, though, since we've killed these guys, and we can pick up whatever they dropped. Get some nice flails there, got some more arrows up here to pick up, and that should give us a little bit of experience, which is going to be very, very precious as we go through here. Especially early on. We did see a deer down here, but I don't know if it, like, disappeared when those guys came or what's up with that. That would have provided us probably with a pelt that we could have sold. So I'd like to find the deer again. Man, that was surprising to run into them right outside of Osbrook like that. I was not expecting... Oh, wolves. Okay, so wolves are something we can get pelts from, I'm sure. Bam! There we go. 21 health to the wolf. Come on. Bow, come on. There we go. Wow, how many shots does it take? 4? Okay. Too many is the answer. Too many is the answer. I'm gonna go with our 2 ability here, just because killing that thing is better than not killing it. Now the other wolf notices us and it's coming in. There's no point in us sort of running away here, except for here because we don't have a shot, so I'm gonna back up. Oh, are we out of arrows? Well, that's weird. It, like, unequipped our arrows there for some reason. Whiff there, swap over, and daggers. So yeah, you can see why I didn't want to make our bow our primary weapon and really focus in on that too early. So now we are bleeding, which is okay because we do happen to have some bandages. So we're going to go ahead and bandage our leg here, and then we'll pick up what we can. Got a nice wolf pelt from there. We can sell that back in town. There is some fly agaric here, which is probably something we can sell to the herbalist, I would imagine. So let's pick up some of that as well. Let's go get this. And if we do see that deer, the deer is probably going to be able to provide us with some nice gains as well. We are healing 6 health every couple of movements here, which is nice too. That'll help us kind of stay healthy. Man, I'm blown away by the fact that there were 2 bandits right outside of town like that. The last time I played a little bit just to kind of test out the game, Like, I didn't find any bandits in this sort of map right outside of town. They were all further than that. So I thought we were just going to come out here and maybe find some wolves that we could hunt, and it would be really easy and not problematic at all. And then it was like, wham, here's your 2 bandits. Deal with it. Oh, there's a fox. Crazy like a fox. Oh, nice pelt. Oh, lovely. Okay. Yeah, Dirwin's ability is definitely helping us get these pelts. We do need to clear some inventory space if we're going to be able to take that one, though, so I'm going to figure out how we do that here. I think one of the things we do is this. And if we are able to do that and move some of these guys around... This is the part where it gets like Tetris. Oh, we do actually have another coin purse now somehow. What did that come from? Did we actually... Do we need this? Can we sell this? What is the point of that? There we go. Tetris complete. Grab that fox pelt. The boar did not, unfortunately, drop a pelt. We do have a couple of pelts here now that we can trade in. It will not allow us to pick up that arrow, even though we could theoretically just put it on that stack that wasn't full. What the heck? Why am I allowed to have 20 in one stack, but only 16 in another? Seems weird. Seems weird. Okay, we can combine those. That's very strange. I guess you have to have an arrow slot open for it to pick it up, and then it'll combine. That's maybe something we'll see get worked out as the game progresses through early access, because that seems sort of unintentional to me. Let's grab some fly agaric here again, so that we can maybe take that back to town and sell it to the herbalist. We did get some nice pelts here. That'll give us a little bit more gold to play with when we get back to town. I'm not entirely sure what we'll spend it on. There were a couple more vendors in the town square that we didn't really talk to, that we can go talk to and kind of figure stuff out from. Seems like that would be a good idea here. Primarily, the other reason we're doing a little bit of hunting here is just to net a little extra experience. I'd like to maybe pick up our first bow skill before we start going after the bandits at Broken Blade. That being said, when we get inside of a fort like Broken Blade, the area is randomly generated, and it's not always very wide open. So for that reason, bows can be kind of bad indoors. Like, you don't have very much opportunity to utilize them before you're stuck in close quarters, which is another reason why we focused on getting our daggers up first. Oh, interesting. So we're full on inventory already. I don't need a pouch, I need a mushroom bag thing. Give me a mushroom bag. Okay, so we're gonna head back to town here and sell off our loot that we've acquired and see what that puts us up at. Didn't quite gain a level here, but we are at full health. We didn't really lose any resources by doing this, and we did gain the opportunity to come back and sell some of this stuff. Hey, why'd you go inside? I was coming to talk to you, man. I was coming to have a chat. Why you run from me? I'm trying to chat with you, please. Okay. What are you selling? Let's see if we can sell him these. We get 1 for each one. That's not great, but it's something. I wonder if there's a shortcut to sell these faster, but I'm just going to do them like this. I think we can eat some of these, but they do cause intoxication, which is a problem. They do relieve pain and give pain resistance, but they also lower your sanity, which is not something we really want to get into. Okay, so we sold him a bunch of those for basically nothing. That's unfortunate. So now we know those don't hold a lot of value for us to be farming and selling, so to speak. Let's go talk to our tailor here and give him the skins that he wanted and see how much we can get for those. Go ahead and take a drink. Hello, Mr. Tailor. Let's see. What goods are you looking for? We already talked to him about that. Okay, it's just the same stuff. Can we not see his inventory to sell? Hi. Is it too late in the day? Is that what's going on? Is he not, like, open anymore? I think it's too late in the day and he's not open. Is there a wait mechanic? There's a skip turn mechanic, but it doesn't really do anything time-wise. Interesting. Oh yeah, look, all the vendors here are closed as well. So, if we just keep waiting, does that cause the day to progress? We've got modes, quests, skills, character, inventory. So modes is attack mode and rest mode. Oh, we can rest. That's how we do it. We'll just rest here until the next day. Like how people just walk by us. We just like plop down in the middle of the road and we're like, sup, we're sleeping here now. I hope you guys dig it. Okay, so how do we tell when enough time has passed though? Like, we don't have a clock or anything. I guess it's based on the light level around us and when these people come back. We're just hanging out. We're like, what's up, guys? How you doing? Just sleeping in the middle of the road. Don't mind me. Don't mind me at all. I'm gonna eat an apple, though, while we sleep. I guess we're not sleeping, we're just resting. This seems rather ineffective. I feel like we might be better off just going and staying the night here at the inn. Oh, wow, everybody's piling into the inn because it's nighttime. That's kind of cool. Hey there. How about a chat? We are living in dark times. I've seen plenty of misfortune in my lifetime, but this, I don't remember anything like this. We must have committed some grievous offense for all this misery to befall on us. Wow, you seem chipper and happy as heck. Let's see. Can I rent a room here? I just need it for one day. 10 crowns is more than fair. Okay, so we get 1 day in the room. We're gonna come sleep up here. And we'll probably want to eat something now that we've kind of caused our food to go down a little bit. Lovely. Oh, here we go. And we can sleep until a certain time of day, it looks like. So let's go till 9. And doing so has given us the Vigorous buff. What does that do? Energy restoration plus 2.50%, energy plus 12, received experience plus 5. Okay, so you do get kind of rested XP, which is cool. And it looks like the blacksmith has just opened up, which means the tailor should theoretically be open as well. Let's go talk to him. That's really cool, though. We get rested XP if we sleep, so that's kind of nice. Something we may want to do before we go out and hunt. Hey there. Why will you not let me sell stuff to you? Pliss. Pliss, sir. We need to sell things, you. Okay, so let's see if we can get these people to come back. Alright, they're all back now. I'm gonna drink some water, I'm gonna fill my water skin, and now we're gonna try one more time to sell things to the tailor. Because we did go out and get these furs for him. It's like, dude, just take the things you asked for, please. There we go, show me your wares. Okay, so he's gonna give us 60 gold for that one and 53 for that one. That's actually really nice. We're basically back to the gold that we started the game at, which is great. And if we wanted to, we could pick up some new armor here, but I do feel like Dirwin's named item is probably going to be a little bit better than anything we can pick up just now. Although getting some new boots wouldn't necessarily be bad. They do have a little bit higher defense, we get a little more noise produced, but I think that's okay. We'll do that. And then, I guess we'll just sell him those. Now, we have a nice cowl, we have nice gear in all our other slots. We're basically just kind of looking for rings and necklaces now to kind of finish out our gear set before we really dive into anything crazy. There might be some of those in the vendors or on the vendors in the middle of town here. They seem more like the miscellaneous, especially this guy. This guy seems like he has the things. Okay, so he's got a gold ring and a couple necklaces here. Let's see. Gold ring here is going to give us energy and magic power, which doesn't do a whole lot for us. He does also have some identification scrolls, which is nice. He still has that dagger treatise, but it's a bit too expensive for what we're looking at right now. Geomancer's cowl. What does that do? Oh, it raises your geomantic power. That's cool. So the pearl necklace here is going to give us energy and healing efficiency and nature resist, but it's a little more expensive than we can afford. So I think what we'll do here is pick up this relatively inexpensive copper chain for now. We may actually want to get this splint to help with injuries later, so I'll do that. And then what else does he have that we would potentially want? Not a whole lot. Can we sell him these earrings? We can, but we only get one for it. That's fine. The peasant's flail, I think we'll get more from the blacksmith for. So we'll probably go sell that to him. And I'm, of course, playing Tetris here a little bit to make sure that, like, we have enough room in our inventory for all the things. I don't know if the arrows we have are going to end up being in excess. Let's see what they sell. So that looks like fruit and fluid, essentially. Drinks and food, drinks and food. So most of these vendors seem to be selling drinks and food. This guy sells the other stuff that we need. Okay. Do we need food? We only have one piece of bread right now. We could go loot people's houses for food as well. But I think we'll just buy a piece of venison here just to be safe. And then we'll come over and sell that flail to the blacksmith. Looking at our time, we're probably at a good time to call this episode. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll sell the flail. Okay, so we did a little bit of hunting this episode. We learned a little bit about how our abilities work, how we want to set things up with Dirwin. Next episode, we'll probably look to go into Broken Blade Fort. I think that's what it was called. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Should I keep the hunts in the series, like when we go out and hunt to get levels and to get money? Should I show that, or do you guys want me to just kind of do that build-up process off camera, and then on camera we just do like dungeons and things like that. You guys let me know what you want to see in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to go ahead and give us a like or subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time. Bye!